When we last spoke down pitch side at Reading, there were a couple of injury concerns for McAteean and Jai. How are they today?
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Like we said, Macca's was cramp and Illiman's was contact in his hip, in his side.
Probably something he's going to have to get used to as his career builds.
Yeah, he gets them all the time. So yeah, it just one that began to affect him running. So he came off. Jaden was as well. Jaden took a stamp on the foot, which his foot swelled up. But that's gone down as well. So he'll be fine as well.
How much, given the schedule, is fatigue maybe an issue for this one?
No, maybe. Listen, we had the travel, and it means we weren't back till early hours Wednesday morning. But yeah, the lads had yesterday to themselves. Not done anything today. It's light, and it'll be light again tomorrow. So yeah, Tuesday night to Saturday is generally better. But like I say, just the travel, which is the issue there.
Are there any other injuries? I know we discussed Osborne as well, but anything new post-Reading?
No.
You mentioned their training is light, possibly part of the plan, but what about the weather? How is that affecting things?
Yeah, obviously that has a big impact on it, so we have to reschedule everything and change everything. We're going to come in later tomorrow as well, simply because of travel and the roads and things like that. So yeah, it has an impact, of course it does, but looking now, looks to slow down a little bit, but I know we do some more overnight and early morning.
Is this where that new pitch maybe is of extra use, or does snow kind of override all that?
Yeah, we've had to change it all today just because of the snow.
With regard to Luton then, they are continuing to have a brilliant season, aren't they? They're always a team that no one seems to fancy, yet for 2 seasons they've been up there.
Yeah, they're they've lost very few games. They've lost the same amount of games as us. I think that's says a lot about them. Real high energy, very comfortable when the opposition's got the ball, and arguably that might be when they're the most dangerous in that turnover of possession. But they've recruited a lot of fit, athletic players, and then their style of play sort of makes the most of that. They can be direct and drop on a lot of second balls, make the game a bit man-to-man in terms of how they press as well. So, yeah, they're a high-energy team that, as the results show, that they're difficult to play against.
And they will be another team that comes to Bramall Lane looking perhaps to make life difficult first, as it were, rather than, say, deploy what they're going to do.
Yeah, they do, but I think they do it in their own way. We've had lots of games at Bramall Lane where teams may come and sit 11 behind the ball, but I don't think Luton are that type of team. Like I said, they try and affect the game with your energy. There'll be spells where the game becomes really untidy because of that. So I think that's how they try and stop the opposition, and it can become a bit of a war of attrition, if you like. So I think there'll be lots going off in the game, and like I said, there'll be untidy spells. There'll be frantic spells because that's how they impose themselves on the game with the real high energy that they've got.
Do you think those types of games are underappreciated sometimes? You know, we like to talk about skill and dominating games and all that type of thing, but sometimes an arm wrestle with 2 or 3 chances can be just as exciting.
Yeah, not with the 2 or 3 chances. Rather have more chances. But yeah,
sure,
but certainly the physicality of the game, I enjoy it. I think it's really important. I think we've seen all season the refereeing in terms of trying to let things go has allowed for more of that, and teams who play that way can impose their style that little bit more, I think. But yeah, I certainly like that side of the game, and it can make for a good spectacle. Yeah, so long as, like I said, there's moments of quality to watch as well in the final third.
Has there been almost a collective sort of breathing out now that the gap is 7 again after the win at Reading the other day?
No, just preparing for this game. Starting, like I said, recovering today, the journey and the game out of our legs, and a bit of tactical work, a bit of video work, and it's just preparing for the next game because they come that quick.
don't they? And the match down at Luton was perhaps all had all the hallmarks that you've just discussed. So ultimately, to come out of there with a point turned out to be a very good one, given what history has shown.
Yeah, I thought we were good. Like second half, I thought we were excellent, in fact. But yeah, we're not. It's going to be the similar style Luton team. Arguably, they've got better at it in terms of, yeah, Rob's now put his mark on the team and personnel and things. Yeah, it was. Listen, at times that game down there resembled more of a rugby match than a football match. But you know, back to the things you said about the physicality and making for an exciting game. I think it was a good game for the neutral and watching. Yeah, and that was a big part of it, the physicality of the game.
Does that element to it maybe affect your team selection then, just finally, this weekend, and those that are, well, better at it within your squad are more likely to play?
It's in the thinking, but as always, we'll be trying to win the game. So it's about, while respecting what Luton do and the problems they pose, and trying to make it really clear how we want to deal with that. More importantly for us, it's how we want to try and hurt them and exploit those weaknesses that we think we can see. So, yeah, as always, we consider it, but it's not like you could come up with a fresh style of play. It's just sort of what we do, and we'll maybe focus on key individuals within our team or a key tactical element that we think can help us win.